Hi, I'm Timea Presley. Thank you for joining me today. A lot of people always ask me about how much tension, how much weight we are pressing against on the reformer when we use the springs. So let's talk about this today. Working against spring tension is a little bit different than working against weights, than lifting weights or pressing weights. The resistance changes as you move. So let me describe what happens. There is an initial tension that can be measured in pounds per each spring. The rate of tension increases in pounds per each spring as you move the carriage and the spring extends. So let me give you a breakdown of what the spring tension of the reformer would translate into in pounds as you work with it. And also at the end, let me give you a description of how much weight you would be pressing against if all springs are attached and the springs are fully extended. When you work with the 100% spring tension, the full spring, in the initial position, you're pressing against 5.8 pounds, and there's an incremental 1.25 pound per inch. With the 50% spring, in the initial position, you're pressing against 3.5 pounds, and there is an incremental 0.63 pound per inch. With the 25% spring, so the quarter spring, in the initial position, you're pressing against 2.75 pounds, and there is an incremental 0.31 pound per inch. Fully loaded and fully extended with 400% springs and 150% spring, you would be pressing against 275 pounds on the reformer. This is a stud reformer that I'm referring to. That's what I work with. Of course, your torso length, your leg length, and the range of motion that you create with your movement influence how much resistance you're working against. The resistance begins at a lower level and increases with the range of motion. The greatest resistance is at the end of the range of movement. Working against spring tension is very beneficial because you get to work against resistance on both the concentric and eccentric part of the movement. The springs provide resistance or assistance, and this means that sometimes working against lighter spring tension means that the exercise actually becomes harder because you have less assistance. I hope that this answers your questions about the spring tension on the reformer. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to work with the questions that I receive from you. Also, if you're interested in private sessions or a Pilates teacher training, message me through my website, presleypilates.com. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next time.